the buttons, we should be live. There
We
will
should
be
be live.
chaos interruptions. I don't know if anyone got any notification, but nah, we're here.
You're
For
here.
chat.
I smell like an entire apothecary store at the moment. Because
Oh dear, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I will waft it off eventually when I have energy, but it's not bad enough for me to bother at the moment. It's not terribly unpleasant, just
Okay.
strong, pungent. But I had a raindrop thing that Mum did earlier, which did not really help with the neck situation, but yeah.
I've been doing rage cleaning. So of course I'm not haven't been doing any cleaning that I should be doing around the house. I've been going through my writer's bureau and cleaning that out and putting my yarn in there. And as you can see, because I put that in there, I have shit all over my desk. And you can't see it because it's in shadow, but I've got all the shit that used to be in the writer's bureau down on the bottom shelf now. Because that's what we do when we rage clean. It's just been a shit week. Absolute shit week for me. My car died this week.
Fully?
Luckily, it was just the battery. But we didn't know that to begin with. All we knew was that it wasn't starting. And with all the issues we've had with David's car over the last 6 to 12 months, of course, my brain went immediate to the bad stuff. So it was Wednesday, I was late to work because they had to jumpstart me. RACV had to jumpstart me. I got it to work, did my job. It semi-started, like it struggled when I turned it on in the afternoon, but I started. I was able to do the food shop. I got home. I actually had Thursday off because David got called into work and I was not dragging my son into yet another day at my work. We got to do something about that. I don't know what we're going to do about that. But anyway, and then it worked in the morning, and then in the afternoon, because I wanted to go down to the PO box and on the way back pick up Morgan from childcare, it didn't start. I was like, for fuck's sake.
No.
So here I am ringing. I rang the people that fixed David's car last time, the mechanic that fixed them. They're great. They're awesome. But she's quoting me $550 plus labor for a new battery. I'm in tears. I'm in tears. Oh, it's a special battery because it's a European make with the eco push button, you know, the push to start. I mean, I'm fucking just give me a key start, please. It's actually funny because I rang, like, for all the years my mate used to work with us. He's gone now, thank fuck. But he used to whinge about how the RACV around the corner from where I currently work was a ripoff and they were so expensive. And I rang them and I said, look, I need this battery for my car. And they said, yeah, we can do it for 400. I said, oh, plus labor? And he goes, no, 400 all up, all done. Bring it in tomorrow. We'll do it whilst you're at work and you can pick it up when you go home. And I'm like, I guess I'll be finding out what their services cost because I can literally drop it off whilst I'm walk around the corner to work. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I always thought that, like, I was always told, oh, they're expensive, and you know, and I thought, oh, well, you know, but I mean, that close to work. I mean, even if they're a couple of hundred, even if they're like $50 more for a service, who gives a shit? It saves you having to get a rental car or yeah. So yeah, and he's a lovely guy. Like I've spoken to him a few times over the years. He's a good guy. But yeah, so but Yeah, didn't help me on Thursday night though. I was friggin' stressed, but we got there. But thank fuck Mark's back at school tomorrow. Next week, sorry, not tomorrow. Oh,
Only
just
a couple
over
more days.
it. Oh no, and then I just yes, darling. What is it? Yeah, okay. You finished? Yeah. Okay. Off you go. I just want to put it here. Put it there. So I know I read yep. It. Thank you. Pop your wormy on. Love you. Mwah. His wormy is those the wraparound blankets with the hood thing. We call them their wormies because they look like little wormies in them. But, let me shut that door. Bedtime, kids. Yeah. So, oh, my screen just went off and on again. Yeah. So it's been a week. Oh, it's just for its price though. That's $400 we didn't have. Like, I've wiped our petrol account. I've wiped whatever the little amount of savings we had acquired in the last couple of months. All gone just to get my car on the road. What is it, darling? Yes, baby. What is it? Can I have your jumper? You can have my jumper. Just give me a moment. Let's go. The grey one. You want the grey one or the gold one? The grey. Okay. You like the grey one? Come here, Morgan. There you go. Good night. I want to hear snoring. They'll both lie in bed and start going. I got this from Temu. Now I've got a silver one and a gold one. All right. I actually got it because this is the design I've been thinking of knitting, and I wanted to make sure they fit. So it's just like square on the back, and then 2 squares at the front. Right. That's all it is. So comfortable. Easy. So soft. I can put a hood on it, and this one has a strap on it. But you can do this. There's only one problem. Morgan keeps fucking stealing them. She loves it. She's been having anxiety issues, I will say. And I've been letting her take the one that's silver to school all week this week. She's been using it as a blanket. She puts it over the cubby they've made her so she can like hide in the cubby when she's feeling a little bit overstimulated. And I just sort of said at one point, I said, I'm not getting this back, am I? She goes, no, Mummy, it's mine now. Well, at least she's honest. But I bought some fibre for her, oh God, 12, 18 months ago. It was called Eton Mess. That was literally the name of the fibre colour. It's white with blue and pink neps in it. It's really pretty. And I pulled it out today and I said, Morgan, do you want me to make you Mummy's jumper? Or she calls it Mummy's jumper. In this, and she goes, oh yes, Mummy, that would be very, very nice. So got to finish all my other projects.
Always a new project.
Yeah. Always a new project. Yes, but at least it's something I already own.
This is true.
Yes, darling.
If we try every 1 minute, 1 minute finishes, we need to keep making her room on a camera, and it's annoying.
Then go to your own room.
No, I never.
Shut the door, please. Good night. Mwah. Wants to complain about his sister playing on the camera, but won't go to his own room. Wants to sleep out in the lounge room. I don't know why they don't like their own bedrooms. Is it a regulation thing? It must be a regulation thing.
I don't know.
It's the only thing I can think of it being. Like, we set them up little cubbies under their desks last week, and they've literally slept on the floor for a week because they've wanted to sleep under their desk in little cubbies.
It's more fun.
Yeah, but my back aches just thinking about it.
Oh well, I wish I had the flexibility of a child.
Oh, definitely.
I'm sitting here
So
with a
I've
hot
whinged.
water bottle on my shoulders for a reason.
Yeah. Yes, well, yes, as I was about to say, I've whinged. I've whinged for a good 10 minutes already. How have you been?
I haven't really done much in the last week, I don't think. Did some grocery shopping. Hey, Ghosty.
Hey, hon. How you going?
Read a shit ton of fan fiction and browsed property
She's
listings
writing
to no avail.
again. She's writing again.
Oh no, just reading. Just read.
Oh,
Just read.
I thought you said wrote a fan fiction.
No. Read a shit ton. I probably read the equivalent of several books worth at this point. Word count wise. Because it's been a lot of like 20Ks. I started one that's 200K last night, which is not a good decision for getting sleep. But
still crying about the finale of The Pit. Ooh.
I bit the bullet and bought myself a Beacon subscription for the year so I can watch all of the Critical Role stuff as soon as it comes out. And don't have to worry about missing live streams. And I can watch all the behind the scenes stuff. Because the exchange rate at the moment was pretty good. So like $80 for a streaming thing for the entire year. Compared to like a bunch of the other ones. And it's giving money to people that I actually like, so
yeah. It's not going to big corporate effectively.
It's not
like
Disney Plus or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. I wonder whether they allow password sharing, because I could give you my login as well, Ghosty, if you want to catch up before the next one's out.
My biggest problem with Critical Role is the amount of my life I'll never get back trying to catch up.
Yeah,
that's all it is. I probably would love every minute of it, but I'm just like, no, I can't.
You say this, however, you also watch 8-hour Crimson Rogue videos.
Hey, on repeat. At least be honest here and say, Crimson Rogue on repeat. Crimson Rogue is literally my editing and writing companion. I put his videos on in the background, like his literal like Empress Teresa 8-hour monstrosity in the background, simply as background noise whilst I'm writing and editing. It's the funniest thing. Although I must admit, the most recent one he did, the one on Milo Winter's book, God. Do you know what? I actually, like, with all the talk we had last week about the Shy Girl issue, Ballard, I think is the surname of the author.
Ghosty, if you switch to using Firefox as your browser, uBlock Origin actually blocks ads on YouTube. So, just FYI.
But I've got premium because I have to for the TV. Otherwise, ads play during YouTube Kids.
This is on
because ads will play on YouTube Kids. Yeah, but the YouTube Kids will play the ads based on my algorithm on my YouTube account, because the kids account is subsidy to my account, and I watch adult content shows. Like so the ads I was getting and I think at
like
one
horror
point,
movies and shit.
well, what was that? What was that?
It also
was a
works
horror TV
on
series or
the
something they're planning on bringing out for the
Firefox
mutants.
app on your phone.
Yeah. No,
So,
I do love it. I love my Firefox. I got to get the app on my phone. I really do. But
yeah.
But
I barely watch YouTube on my phone anymore because it doesn't, like, the ads are just unbearable on mobile app. But
yeah.
the one time I did need to watch something and I could only watch it on my phone, I just opened it in like YouTube on Firefox browser, and then it blocked everything, and it was great. It's like ad free, yay.
Yeah, no,
But
it's
no,
ridiculous.
Beacon doesn't have ads. It's their platform where they have all of their Critical Role stuff. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It took me until I think it was yesterday that I realized that Beacon and the little logo is like a dodecahedron is named after the Beacon artifacts in their Critical Role show in Exandria.
Which I think aren't they inspired by the decahedron things, those mystery objects from like Romans?
There could be. There could well be. Those were.
I always thought they were. Every time I saw
hidden.
that, I know like the D20's like the same. I know D12 is the same
It's
or
a
something.
D12.
But I
think.
but in my head, I always looked at it and I always thought about the. Oh, fuck off! Sorry, just Tamu trying to get me to spend more money.
That's the deal. I bought my first set of dice. I already want another one because I realized if I'm actually going to play anything and I have to roll with like advantage or disadvantage, I only have one D20. So I need another set, obviously.
Don't play a wizard.
The dodecahedron.
Particularly, do not play a high level wizard. Do not play a high level wizard. Because finding enough D8s or D6s for that fireball.
Well, here's the thing. I was at EB Games and I got this set. It's not going to be super visible. I'll put it back in the tube. Hang on, wrong end. So that you can see. It's sort of like a purpley, pinky purple. It's very bisexual coded dice set. They're not too bad considering $5. Anyway, they also had, and I was very tempted to get this, but I need to actually start playing D&D or something like that to justify it. They have a little box about this big that's just full of D6s. They're like tiny ones, but that would be perfect for fireball damage or something. And it's so satisfying.
That's what they're designed
for.
A
handful of dice and go.
Yeah, that's what they're designed for. That's what those little dice are designed for. Those packs, they're just designed for that extra damage. But oh god, I never forget. I'll never forget, like, when you get to those higher levels, like particularly the way me and my brothers and their friends used to play, because we just kept going. Like we would always like if we went off the rule book, it was just like we'd just keep going. So if it was like an extra D6 per level and we were 3 levels above the max level in the book, we just kept going, right? We were even writing our own. God, what were they called? Feats? No, feats. Is that what they're called when you get every couple of levels you get an extra one?
Yeah, feats.
Yeah, feat.
Feat and.
Well, they weren't special abilities. They were feats. Yeah.
Abilities. Yeah.
But yeah, so we were even like
Warcaster.
Yeah. So, but we would let everything compound because by the DM's theory at that. Yeah, the DM's theory in the game was if you're level 40 wizard, because you've just purely gone wizard for 40 levels, then everything should compound because you would be that good. You know, that was like his theory behind things. So it was like if something said you got an extra D6 every level after you gained this feat or whatever, he never let the limit hit. So he would just say, like, because I think prestige classes had started by the time we were still playing when prestige classes started, and so he would just let you keep going. Like if you wanted to be a 15 level, oh god, what were they? There was like weird rogue level, like weird. Anyway, but he would just let you like keep increasing. And I swear, sometimes I was like, can I borrow your couple of your D6? Can I borrow some of yours? Because I would play the wizard type all 90% of the time, and I'd end up with like a handful of like D6s. And sometimes, and honestly, sometimes he would look at like the amount of dice. He'd say, "How many dice do you need to roll?" And I'd be like, "Oh, 16 or whatever." And he goes, "You know what? Even if you rolled ones on every one of them, these guys are dead. Don't worry about it." It's like, even if I hit absolute minimum 1 on everything, yeah. Oh, we used to have so much fun. But I'm a bit done with it now. I know it's having a renaissance. I know everyone's loving it, but I'm just like, you know what? I'd rather just write my books. Although I am also very Douglas Adamsy, and I do really enjoy that whooshing sound deadlines make as they go flying past.
They are satisfying. Also, I need to clarify: have you watched episode 22 yet, Ghosty, or is that the one that you're still behind on? Because episode 23 streamed yesterday, and I have watched it
already.
I can't remember if I watched it twice or not. I think I just watched it once.
Oh, don't worry.
But episode 22 is the one where they have the sewer fight, and it's really good. Where we finally get Demeter split.
Oh, fuck, my wrist hurt. It's all right. I will get this done.
Bee-related emergency. Oh no.
Oh no. Ew, no thank you.
Buzz, motherfucker.
No. Been stung once by a bee. Never want that to happen again.
Bees aren't so bad. Wasps are the ones for me.
Yeah, no, I've managed to avoid that,
Been
thankfully.
stung by wasps too many times, and fucking nasty.
I did have a little bit of a bee-related emergency myself today, except it was in Minecraft, and I accidentally damaged the tree that their hive was on.
Oh no!
And they followed me for like K's. That's all right.
Eyes turn red and they get angry. Rah!
Well, see, the funny thing was I decided to do it. I wanted to, because I've been playing like snippets to see what I can do so I can make games for the kids, because they're just going through worlds. Like one of Morgan's favorite things at the moment is to just build a huge ass TNT bomb and just blow something up. She loves it. She's having a ball. You should say, she's currently got a cherry blossom world. She asked for like a cherry blossom world, so I gave her one. She has made, like, she put like 6 cherry blossom saplings together and grew them with the magic dust. And she's made this huge ass tree that she now lives in. That's her tree. That's her home now. And because she's in creator mode, she's spawned frogs around it. She's spawned vexes because they're her friends. She created.
Until you turn
she
off
took
creative mode, they're your friends.
yeah, I know. That's going to be interesting. We haven't got that far yet. She's
Well,
also.
if she likes vectors, she could spawn allies, and they're at least friendly versions of vectors.
She calls them vexes, but I don't know what they are. They might be the ally ones. I don't know. They're blue ones, yeah.
If they hold stuff, then they're friendly mobs. If they attack you with the sword,
they
hold
like a little shieldy thing.
Could be vexes. Vexes can have like a sword or something, and they hit you.
Yeah, and
they look very similar.
But it's very funny though. Like what got me today was she's gone and got not lava. She's got the hot rocks. So like the volcano rocks. magma,
blocks.
and she's put them in the water. So whenever she gets hot, she jumps in the water and goes down into her bubbles and enjoys time in her bubbles. And now she started making an underwater cubby, effectively, an underwater base, because obviously she's in creator mode. She doesn't have to worry about breathing. Oh, she's having an absolute ball in there. But I created a survival mode easy, so they don't spawn, like bad guys don't spawn, but you've got the hearts and you've got the eating. Yeah, but I just wanted to see what it does, because then I can like set it up so the kids can play it in that mode, so it's a little bit more challenging than just creator mode, because I have to mine everything. David's fully down the fucking rabbit hole. He really is. He's built.
If you want to get one of the funniest death messages you can get in the game, get a llama to spit at you while you're standing on magma blocks, and the death message is something like, player tag went into the danger zone due to llama or something.
That's quite cute.
It's really funny.
Yeah. But no, it's the kids are having fun.
You can name the mobs. So if you name the llama, it'll be like,
due to spit us your faces or something.
Zone due to llama name or whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
due to
dear.
existential dread.
Yeah, existential. Oh, I love it. Yeah, no, the kids are having fun. So it's just funny though, because it's just Mark's obsession is going to the end. Yeah. I was gonna say Mark's obsession is trying to get to the end. You first.
I think we have that slight delay thing.
I think we do too today. And I'm exhausted and I'm in pain.
A YouTuber
so
on
I'm
Hermitcraft who has, his whole thing is just finding, he just does really weird ways of playing the game that is really fun, and he's like gamifying the game. So he doesn't play it like you normally play Minecraft. He'll do stuff like find weird challenges for himself to do, and one of them was he wanted to try and make the longest possible death message in game, and he's doing all of this on the Hermitcraft server at the same time while everyone else is making mega builds and stuff. He's just fucking around with stuff. It's great. Anyway, he did the longest one. I think he had to give a named crossbow to a piglin in the nether, and then get the piglin to shoot him with that crossbow, and also named the piglin, and then also had to name something else. And it was like, oh god, it was such a long death message, it was ridiculous. And then he finally gets it, and it shows up in the chat on the server. And everyone's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? What are you doing there? This is great.
Yeah, no, the kids are loving it. As I said, like, you know, Morgan's favorite thing at the moment is, well, actually, no, what she does now, what she's doing at the moment is she sits on top of her cherry tree home, she eats a cake, and she hangs out with her frog friends. It's so cute.
Living the life, honestly.
It is living the life. It really is. It really is.
Great.
Oh, she's loving it. And but it's actually funny because she figures out shit faster than Mark sometimes. So she's like building this house inside this cherry tree, and what was it? I said she wanted to show Daddy this afternoon when Daddy got up to go to work, and she's showing him, and I said, oh yeah, you know, that's our home. She goes, no, Mummy, it's my kitchen. This is my kitchen, and I go here when I want to eat because I don't want to put crumbs on the tree. I'm like, okay, fine. Wish you were that neat at home. It's adorable. And then because they watch Milo and Chip, there's this bit in Milo and Chip which I hate, but they do it in every video, where you see him panning the camera. He's looking something, and you see someone in like the back in the peripheral, like you just see a person, and they go, "Oh, what was that? Who was that?" Go back, rewind like 4 seconds, and see if you can see anything. You know, that sort of spiel. So she's sitting there and she's playing a game, and she goes, "Oh, what was that? Rewind 4 seconds." And I'm like, I think this kid's watched far too much Milo and Chip at this point. Or she's just got that good a memory. But yeah, that was very funny. But she's loving it. She really is. Yeah, she's not going to be so adorable tomorrow. We're all going to get our flu shots.
Oof.
Gotta do it. Got to do it. I love it. Because I have to pay for myself. And I said, oh, I was just like talking to the receptionist. I said, oh, I have to pay, don't I? She goes, yeah, you have to pay. Blah 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 blah. And then she goes, oh, unless the doctor looks at your paperwork and decides you've got a chronic illness. I said, well, is mum to 2 neurodiverse kids chronic? And she goes, I wish. She's great. I love the receptionist there. She's awesome.
I should ask my GP if I can get a free flu shot.
There's some nasty ones. There's nasty ones around at the moment.
Yeah, I need to go.
I've heard
been to see the GP in a while, so I'll keep a note of that when I do.
Yeah. They've got the new flu. They've got the new flu strains. But apparently there's this one that's been going around that's really pretty bad, knocking everyone out pretty badly. So
53.
Someone just rolling the dice.
5.
Oh, fuck's sake. I have been putting off doing this, sealing up this cow for about a year now. I finished it like just before the end of Easter last. No, when did I finish it? I finished it in winter last year. Fucking hurts like hell to do.
70. It's just so satisfying.
It is. I've always wanted the ones that have the ring from the Lord of the Rings inside them. Have you seen those?
Ooh,
so
I haven't.
It's effectively a marble inside. So it's like a resin printed die, and they have like this fluid filled marble inside it that's got a ring in it. It got the one ring in it, right?
Yeah.
And then they pop that inside and they balance it so it's proper. But when you roll it, the ring turns around inside it as well. Very tempted. No. But I don't have a reason for it anymore.
Did you ever get around to putting your wisdom tooth in a D20?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That would be a great die for having wisdom saving throws.
Is that a yes? That is a yes. That is awesome.
That was a yes awesome. To Hey Ghosty. No, I did not. Well, we must do that. I've been really tempted to take up like resin casting to just make my own infinite sets of pretty dice.
I literally just packed all my resin shit away today and taped up the box and put it buried it deep under this desk because I have not been doing it. I bought everything I needed to make really cool bookmarks because I was going to sell them as part of maybe doing book fairs or something. And I can't get out of the house. I mean, see, this is what they don't tell you about neurodivergent kids is mum and dad can't effectively leave. I can't go anywhere without the kids. So could you imagine my two just sitting there at a market all day? Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. So yeah, just need to do that. Oh dear, you have to let us know if you ever get around to it.
Yeah, you gotta do it, Ghosty. Trying to make it balanced would be a challenge, but
yeah, that's the trick, making it balanced. Really cool. And that's where I think that liquid inside with the ball with the ring does it, because I think it's like the same weight or something as the ring, so it's all balanced.
Or you could just make it a really one of those, those really massive D20s.
Yeah.
That are like
no. A D100. I always wanted a D100.
For that.
I've always wanted one. Just for the sake of the fact that they're like this fucking big. They're so ridiculous.
They're chunky.
They are utterly ridiculous.
And they're more so fun than rolling percentiles. Like
but the thing is, though, is my confusion with them. My confusion with them, though, is how the hell do you figure out which one's on top? Because the number's so small in the end by the time you get all 100 sides. You sort of got to stand there and go, which one's on top? They're just so ridiculous. I love them.
3. That would have gotten a divine intervention, I think, is the thing. I think it's divine intervention where you have to roll a percentile dice and the number has to be lower than your current level for it to succeed. So rolling a 3 if you're above level 3.
That sounds like a custom rule.
You can do it. Well,
sounds like a custom rule.
It's a cleric ability.
Yes, a cleric ability. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Where
but
you can ask
that's a new
for
one.
Divine intervention, and to succeed, you have to roll percentile below your current level.
Balancing a die,
the higher chance you have of divine intervention working.
It's making sure the weight's evenly distributed. So, like, if you're going to put like a tooth in the die, you have to make sure that whatever's around the tooth is like the same weight to keep everything the same. Does that make sense? So, like, if you're displacing, say your tooth is 10 mils worth of displacement liquid, you have to make sure that 10 mils weighs the same as 10 mils of the liquid around it, I think. It's yeah.
I rolled a 100.
Woohoo!
So I'm pretty sure it's not a 0.
No, that's a 0, honey. No, that's a 0. No, that's a 0.
0.
Yeah, that's
but
a 0.
On a percentile.
No, you have to roll the 1.
Or do you roll 100?
No, what you just rolled was 0, 0, 0. Was 0. You have to have 1 and 2 zeros. So you have to roll a 1 on the 1d10 and then 2 zeros on the percentile die. That's 100. As far as I remember, I may be wrong.
Be a 1 because the 2 zeros is the 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. The way I presume, I'm guessing it works, is you can't roll 0 from 1 to 100, right? So if you roll 0, that would be the 100, because if you roll a 0 on a d10, that's the 10.
Can I confess here that we just used to use 2 d10s? We used to just say which D10s, one was
one of them has.
Yeah, but we never had that one.
So the percentile.
So we used to just have 2 different colors, 20. And I think you're right. Yeah. I think that was 100. Based on what you're saying, I think that was 100. But what we had was just 2 d20s, and one was our 10s and one was our normal.
So one
because that had a 10 on it. So if you rolled 10,
2 d10s. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the one that is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, 1 to 0.
Zero.
And the 0 is the 10. The 0 is the 10. So if you roll 2 zeros of that, it becomes 100. So yes, by rolling 1 0 and then 1 with the 2 0. Yeah, you're right. That was 100.
But if you roll a 10 and a 0, then it's just 10.
Yeah.
And if you roll a 20 and a 0, it's just 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a 0 and a 4, it's 4. So 0, 0, 4. It's sort of like
have I shown you my spinning bag? Have I shown you my spinning bag?
No.
Oh this is my I need to wash bag, I should say, because some of this is reclaimed
91.
yarn.
81.
Look at all that yarn.
25. Oh, that is full. 93.
So, you know how I was talking last week about spinning the silk 69. With that blue yarn? I did that. I did that.
Sorry, I just rolled a 69. Nice.
And today I just pulled apart one of my old shawls, which I love the yarn, but I haven't worn the shawl since I knitted it. So, yeah. And I'm pulling apart these 2 shawls as well, eventually. I've been having fun finishing projects today. Did I tell you I was rage cleaning?
I think you mentioned it, yeah. Something
this is part of my rage cleaning, is actually like finishing projects that have been just sitting in my writer's bureau for like 6 months, just waiting to have their ends weaved in.
90. 39. 22.
Yes, all this is in pursuit of
66.
not editing my book.
60.
I'm 34. So close. It's just I think that's the problem. I think it's because I'm so close to finishing the edits, I'm having cold feet. So I don't want to finish it because I'm worried that I'm just missing something really good and important that I really need to put into it. It's okay.
Ooh, blue stardew chicken portrait.
Oh, I did get it.
Crochet?
Ooh. Yeah, is that the one was it weren't you doing a crochet one with like?
Yeah,
or am I
a while ago. I did a blue stardew valley chicken portrait a while ago, and I did a Junimo as well. And I was going to make a cushion or something, and then I forgot and just never finished anything.
Before I found out I was poor this week by having my car break down on me, I bought a new book.
It's such a mood. The sentence before I discovered I was poor this week is such a fucking mood.
So this is my new book. I'm actually really looking forward to reading it. Oh, actual portrait. Ooh. Nice. But yes, the new perimenopause.
Ooh, cool.
So I am very much looking forward to reading that. Oh,
I did a bit portrait. When I did one, it was the tapestry crochet.
Oh yeah. Ooh. I have only done 20 centimeters of this. I got all that today. I'll get there. I am determined. This has been on my to-do list for far too fucking long. And my daughter she's got a beanie, gloves. Yeah, a beanie and gloves that match this cowl. So come winter, she can have like a matching set of all of them.
Nice.
If I can get my ass into gear and finish it. This was lovely yarn too. This is that 100% acrylic from Spotlight. The heirloom one. Really pretty. It's really soft. Has absolutely no structure whatsoever. I don't know if it would work well crocheting with it. Because it's just too floppy. Like, there's just nothing.
Yeah, just too floppy can be a problem. Being there.
Yes, it can definitely be a performance problem, can't it? Oh, come on. It's quite splitty too, so, you know, getting through the holes can also be a problem. I thought you'd like that.
Yeah. Just reminding me of when we went to see Alan Davies with Sage. And he had a whole bit about erectile dysfunction. It was really good.
Erectile
really
function or dysfunction?
Dysfunction.
Yeah. I mean, or misfunction. When will I ever escape Shashan?
Never, Ghosty. The answer to that is never.
It just comes with the territory, you know? Just comes with Shah. Exactly. You just got to get used to that.
Yeah. And it doesn't change IRL.
Nope, it does not.
In case you were wondering.
It does not.
That friend who will start discussing Pornhub versus AO3 in a vegan restaurant.
And how meaty it can be.
In my defense, it was a topical news subject because it was just after they age-gated Pornhub.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a few weeks ago. And I was like, look, if you want better porn, go on AO3. Feared as much. Or hoped as much.
The funny thing is she comes up with it and I unfortunately just feed the beast because I just don't give a shit.
Life's too short to give a shit.
And I have wiped bums. Okay. I still to this day have to wipe some shitty little bums. There is not much you can say that's going to embarrass me these days. I'm also extremely blunt.
Yeah. Well, they do say neurodivergence is genetic.
Oh, well, it was actually funny because, like, we're talking about traits, like, off and on, like, David and I, because, you know, obviously the kids are definitely, so it's like, obviously they got it from us and obviously our parents are as well. And,
yeah.
And, you know, and one of the things is, like, you know how they always go on about context, about how you've got to, like, spell it out for a neurodivergent. And I'm like, no. We know because we've trained ourselves to read between the lines. I just refuse to accept the fucking lines. So at work, like, you know, like the classic thing at work about, someone
give a shit.
Yeah. So, like, at work, like, someone, like, you know, the classic, what's her name did it the other day? She did a skit about asking someone to lunch. Oh, what's her name? Spiky hair. God, I can't think of her name at the moment. And her husband just got diagnosed. She's ADHD. He's autistic. Anyway,
Oh, ADHD love.
There, that's it. And she was doing it like a skit of, what if we treated neurotypical like a neurodivergent, she does those skits.
Yeah.
And this one was about asking someone to lunch, and they're like, we believe you need help in asking someone to lunch. And they're like, oh yeah. And she goes, okay, well, how would you invite someone to lunch? And they're just like, what kind of food do you like? And she's like, oh, and it's like, and the next one was what time do you normally eat? Or what was the other one? Are you hungry? And she's just like,
it's so
can
easy
you
to just say the word. Do you want?
I'm going to lunch. Do you want to come with me? Yeah. Now I've trained myself. I know those three. I know those three mean. Do you want to come to lunch? I just go, you haven't asked me yet. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's also called, undiagnosed and pretty much perimenopause. Interesting combination. And 2 young kids at home.
That is when shit hits the fan for a lot of high masks.
I've got to try. No, I do. I have the trifecta. I've got young neurodivergent kids. I'm undiagnosed, and I'm hitting perimenopause. Boom. There was a reason I was in tears on Thursday. Although that was financial stress.
Also, Ghosty, very cute new icon. I don't know how new it is, but that's the first time I'm noticing it.
Very I can't cute. See.
It's got little antlers and a bob and a little hood.
Oh, very autumnal coloured, which is fitting for us.
Yeah, well, it is autumn here.
Yeah.
Bring over there. Yeah, but like on our screen, it's like this big. So this is the first time I've actually like noticed that it's different or looked at it in a while. It is kind of tyranny. It is kind of tyranny.
Yeah. Like I've been thinking about changing mine back. Hang on, or am I still on YouTube as that one? I don't know. I've had so many different ones in the past, but I love the one where I was holding JJ and his chin was right here, so all you see is a cat chin. I do like that one.
I remember. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, no, I'm it's just me. It's actually a cropped photo because I was actually holding my little girl in that picture, but it was a nice photo of me with my glasses on. But no, I do like that one of JJ where all you see is like JJ's nose here. Hey, I'm surprised he's not whinging at me telling me it's bedtime. But... Oh no, I got a problem. I just got a suggestion for a new Japanese food truck stall video.
Ooh.
I'll add that to my save later. I have been so obsessive. This is how mentally fried out I've been this week. I have been watching those like hour-long videos about like the workers coming in and starting the bento boxes at like 4:00 in the morning, and they're like Food Japan.
Oh, I love those.
I've watched so many of them this week. But to the point where I made Karaage chicken last night for David. Like, and he turned around and he went, put this on the rotation list because this was good. It was proper Karaage chicken. Like I got the flavorings from Coles sells a packet of all you have to do is literally pour the flavored potato starch on the chicken. Like you don't have to worry about mixing it yourself. I would prefer to mix it myself, but I wasn't confident enough for the first time round. But yeah, and because it's his birthday next week, so I was like test running that for cooking it for the family, and it worked out really nice. So because I can just don't tell David, but I can buy like chicken thighs instead of chicken breast and chop them up and
Mm-hmm.
put them in, and no one will care because they're just small little pieces.
Is it just me, or are the thighs better anyway?
They taste better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem
right?
is okay.
Not
So you know how my son
not
has
to sound
aphid?
lewd, but they're juicier.
They're juicier, yeah, because the meat is darker meat. It's not the white, and it doesn't dry out
Yeah,
as
it's
quickly.
a
Breast meat
more
dries out really quickly
like the breast meat is just really dry, I
and
find. Or
tasteless.
it has
And
a
tasteless.
tendency to be drier.
Yeah,
Whereas the thighs are just
yeah,
wet and juicy.
yes. Well, let's take it from our own bodies. The thighs do a lot of work when the boobs just sit there. Do they not?
Hey, if anyone wants to eat my boobs, I'll sell them to them. All they're gonna do is pay for top surgery.
Honestly, I could do with the money and probably the stress taken off my back at this point.
Right? I'm sitting here in so much pain because of my
Yes.
fucking spine at the moment.
Tell me about it. I noticed at the
Control
start
the
of this
muscles
week,
more.
I haven't said anything to my boss because I think I know who did it, which is my boss. But they've thought they've done me a favor. So my chair at work is one of those shitty executive chairs. So those big, thick, big, wide back chairs, the real horrible ones that, look like they should be sitting in a executive meeting room, those things. And I've got that chair because all the other chairs we had in the office when I first started there screwed my back because they didn't have any support. They were crap. This was the only thing I could sit in for longer than about 2 hours without my back frying on me. There was one problem. If you unlock it so that you can lean back in it, I lose the support in my back. So someone has sat in my chair this week to use the computer to book a T&T, and they've gone, oh, this is not working. Click, oh, it works now. And my back is fucking killing me because I've got to remember how to relock the bastard.
Oh no. Oh no.
And I got up this morning and I'm saying to David, I've got Igor leg. I haven't had Igor leg in years. Igor leg, I don't know if I've explained Igor leg to you. I think I might have, but Igor leg is effectively my left leg feels like the entire thing is like tight. My kneecap feels like it's out of place. My ankle feels like it wants to curl in on itself, and I want to walk around like Igor going, yes, master. Good idea, master, sort of thing.
That was
so I call
what
it
I
Igor.
Imagined.
That's why I call it Igor leg because
Igor from Frankenstein.
That Igor, exactly. That is exactly what I mean when I say Igor leg. Exactly that one. And and he goes, "You're just fucking falling apart, aren't you?" Because like I got my new wristbands. I've got my new wristbands this week, so I'm literally sleeping with these things on to try to give my wrists a rest because suspected carpal tunnel. I'm waiting for my referral so I can actually get tested. But the problem with those is they keep my wrists so straight. It's, how to explain this? It's like they're relaxing. And so I'm even sorer now than I was because they were resting properly. So this week
ironic,
I've been a
but
mess.
yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like it'll probably ease up eventually, but it's just that initial shock of my wrists going, oh my God. Oh, this is so good. And Dad was like, I'm going to trade you in for a younger model. I said, there's only one problem with younger models. He said, what? I said, they cost more. He's like, yeah, point. Oh, dear.
Yeah, there's plenty of ways to strain your wrists too. And some of them you don't want to mention to the physio. Um.
Well, I don't know. That'd be the sign of a healthy love life, though, wouldn't they? Sorry.
Well, unless you're single.
So it's sort of, but yeah, it's just been, this week's shocking. But,
Ow. Oh, man.
Yep. But, yeah. So I've just I've actually managed to do a lot today. So I think they're working, those wristbands, but it's just funny though, because they don't feel like they're working when I'm sleeping, because they were ungainly and they're painful and they're like annoying. But I mean, I haven't been able to do this for a long time, and all of a sudden, and here I am stitching it all up. So,
well, that's a good sign.
Yeah. But as I've learnt with my daughter, we don't want to be coping too much, because if we're coping, that means we're not really sick, which means we don't deserve to get the supports we need. Yes, there's a big ass story behind that. But and that's what the assessor literally told me, is because we've given her all the concessions that she needs, the concessions that she needs to be able to get up and go to childcare, and childcare is giving her all the concessions, because we've learnt, because of the issues we've had with Mark, because we're coping, she can't get NDIS funding, which means we can't get her in front of an occupational therapist or a speech therapist. We have to wait.
That's like
until
those
she's
fuckers
not
in the UK who
coping.
wanted to put the kid on the bus just to prove that
I
he
saw that.
can't cope on the bus.
I was so pissed.
So the state is sanctioning torturing children now. Great, lovely.
But that was the council. So their problem is
yeah.
So you know all the shit that we're getting here about that Thriving Kids thing that's meant to go through the school, and it's meant to like replace the NDIS stuff for level 1 and level 2 kids of autism. So effectively, that's what they do over there, from what I understand. It doesn't technically go through like a central thing like the NDIS. It goes through the local councils, and the local council assessors and the local council doctors and all that conspire to, if they misdiagnose, not get themselves into trouble, from what I understand. And so this
your
poor
local
family
representative is the expert on fucking neurodivergence. Sure, what a fuckhead.
Yeah, like,
what a piece of shit system.
Look, it's like, we're not perfect here. It's the NDIS here's got its problems. Like, the biggest problem I see with the NDIS, and the one of the NDIS, is because and I actually NDIS, that was a Freudian slip, and I'm sticking with it.
After you deal with them, it does feel like you've been fucked over in the arse.
Oh yeah, every week. Like, I have like, and it's not the caseworker that's the problem. Like, the one I'm dealing with is really lovely, and she's really good, and she literally warned me ahead of time that this is what was going to happen because of the situation, and I really appreciated that. But because like if you don't tick enough boxes, if you're not coping and you don't tick enough boxes, so if you're coping well enough and you don't tick boxes, you don't deserve the help, even if you are technically at the level where you should need help. And like, I've been saying this to David for the last couple of weeks. I'm like, at what point do I break? At what point do I crash and burn? Because I still have to get up every morning, get the kids to childcare, get the kids to school, get to work myself. do my job without fucking up because my mind's on 15 other things.
In the ass.
In the ass. And then I get effectively told, even though the pediatrician told me get NDIS funding because she's under 6, so she's meant to be eligible for it regardless if the pediatrician believes that she needs it or the GPS she needs it. I've got all the letters. Actually, no, I don't have the pediatrician letter. I will say that. I do not have the pediatrician letter because they never sent it to me. But her assessment is next month. They wanted OT and speech therapy reports to go with her assessment in May to help with the assessment and with the grading of what she needs. And I can't get the funding to get her the assessments. So we're just in this cycle. So what happens in a month's time when she's assessed? Are they just going to turn around and say there's not enough evidence? Until she literally is refusing to go to childcare or refusing to go to school. Even this afternoon, she was telling me that she doesn't want to go to school on Monday. And I'm like, stop stressing about it. You've got another day at home. Just enjoy being home. Oh, yeah, but I still don't want to go. It's like, because she's just constantly, her brain is just constantly on it. She doesn't want to leave the house because she doesn't want to perform. She doesn't want to put her mask on. And this is 4 years old. What is she going to be like at 6? What is she going to be like at 16?
It's rough out there.
Well, my sister, because she's been fighting to get her kids diagnosed for years. Let's not discuss her ex. He's an arsehole. He doesn't want his kids assessed because then it might mean that he might need to go get assessed, as far as I'm aware, and it hurts her. He's literally abusing his kids and not letting them get assessed because it would hurt their mother. It's fucked.
Yep.
And in Australia, you have to have both parents sign off on it. You can't not. And but her daughter started off the same way as mine. I don't want to go to childcare. I don't want to go. But you could get her there. You could convince her to go. And now she's quite literally, it's a good week if they can get her there, get her to school 2 days in a week at primary school level. And it's like, and this primary school is going, you need to, and they're like, we're trying. You talk to him because he keeps scuttling it. He keeps saying, yep, cool, book the appointment. My sister pays for them. Like, they're not cheap appointments. And then 2 appointments in, oh no, she can't, they're not to attend anymore. And they have to cancel them because the psychs they have to have explicit permission from the parent. I mean, I haven't had to get that explicit consent, but I think that's because we're still together, we're still married, we still live together. So they've asked me a few times, oh, is your husband aware of this? I'm like, of course he fucking is. You know, but and also too, David takes them to appointments as well when he can.
Yeah.
But it's sort of, you know, but I think because my sister and her ex are split, I think they have to have like the explicit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But I mean, the kids are all going to hit their 16 years old and they're going to look back on it and go, Mum, why didn't you get me assessed because I struggled at school? And she's going to go, I tried. Your dad wouldn't let me. And it's going to backfire on him. It's anyway. But yeah.
Shit.
Oh, it's shitful. It's shitful. He's a dick. I'll never forget. There was this. It was like she'd broken up with him. She was actually seeing someone else at the time. I mean, she was like 16, 17 years old. Oh, no, a bit older. She would have been 18, 19 because she was legal to go to nightclubs because we were sitting at home watching Pride and Prejudice, the 1996 edition. So yeah, she was definitely over. Yeah, it was in like the 2000s, and we were sitting at home watching it, and he rings her, and he goes, "Why are you at a nightclub?" And she's like, "What are you fucking talking about? I'm sitting at home watching a movie with my sister. What are you going on about? Why are you at a nightclub? My friend blah 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 saw you at a nightclub." And it's like, well, one, I'm not going out with you anymore, and two, I'm home with my sister. I don't believe you. Like, and I will never forget that night, because I even got on the phone and I went, "What the fuck are you going on about? Fuck off," because it was just like,
yeah, get the fuck out.
and it's like, I mean, and she chose to go back to him, but yeah, I think that was the biggest red flag I ever got from the man. But or the boy, he's fucking little boy. He doesn't deserve to be called a man. Oh, he's just a whiny little shit that refuses to grow up. He calls my sister fat, yet he's put on a fair amount of weight himself, projecting much. Bear in mind, my sister has a reason. My sister has a reason for being overweight, and it is quite simply her third child separated her hips. She told the doctor for like 6 years that she could barely walk. And every time the doctor would say, "Oh, no, you just need to walk more. You need to exercise more. You need to lose weight." She's like, "I can't lose weight because I can't walk. I can barely go down the street with my mum," because they would walk around the block all the time. She could barely go around the road. Yeah. He finally sent her for scans, and apparently my mum was with her, went into the appointment afterwards, and he's like, "Oh, it looks like your hip joints got separated at the last birth, and that's why you can't walk very well. You're going to need physiotherapy to fix it." And my mum's like, "I'm going to keep my mouth shut," because my mum's a fireball. I mean, shortest one of us all, scariest one. Don't piss them off. But yeah, so gaslighting at its finest. It was just so yeah. So like, my sister's at least got a reason that she gained all that weight, and she couldn't, and she's struggling to get rid of it because she's trying to, fix her body at the same time. But
yeah.
Anyway, I'm a bit pissed. I saw a thing today. I don't know if you've seen it. You probably have in your feeds, that apparently there was this huge study done, on how this particular drug would help men with prostate cancer with hot flushes, pretty much menopause symptoms. And it's like, we're not going to test the women.
So you can do it for them.
Yeah. And look, hey, they probably do need the research for that, but shouldn't it be research for menopause systems first, and then maybe see if it benefits men later down the track, considering it's like an estrogen drug or something?
Yeah, that would be far too logical, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh, geez, nearly 10 o'clock already. When did that happen? But I did share.
An hour and a bit.
Yeah, I did share with you the latest on that Mia Ballard Shy Girl thing, didn't I? About Hatchet. Did you see that?
Yeah, you did, about Hatchet now being like, "Oh,
admitting
use AI to edit." I'm like,
no. They have been using. So it just proves my point that I said last week, that I don't think her book was pulled because she used AI. I wholeheartedly believe it was because she did not disclose that she had used AI. Whether she had used it or her friend had used it, doesn't matter. She was an indie pub. It was her responsibility as the business owner. Don't care. Honestly, don't give a shit if she knew about it or not. AI was used. It should, anyway. But at the end of the day, they pulled her book for AI usage and are now admitting that they've been using AI to edit books. Which would make sense if they fed her book into the AI and it didn't come back with any changes, because it had already been AI'd.
Yeah, but knowing AI, it would have still made changes. It just would have made even worse changes.
But that's it though. It would have made some changes, but it wouldn't have made a huge amount of changes. But I mean, I can make editing changes every time I read through my document. I mean, an extra comma here or an M dash there.
What sort of fuckhead goes, you know what? I think we'll edit our books with AI now, literally announcing it a week after they've had a massive scandal about one of their books using AI, and the reason the massive scandal is because everyone
it wasn't announced.
To be...
But Charlie, it wasn't announced. They admitted they've been using it. They're not saying they're going to use it going forward. They have already been using it.
So someone already caught them then. And they're just like, oh yeah, by the way, we have been doing that.
Like, well, and when we have what the fuck? Then we have these the whatchamacallit, we have these agents and that in this conference in the UK literally having a discussion about how they're using AI to summarize books to see if they're worth buying. So they're not even reading books anymore.
Ugh.
So these people that you're sending your books to in the hope to get published aren't even bothering to read it anymore. They're running it through an AI to see if it's even worth it, the market. No, I get they get hundreds of submissions.
Would love to do the job of reading submissions and publishing books.
It's not.
And the people
it's not a fun job.
Just don't want to do. Like, what the fuck?
Well, no, what it is the companies have reduced the amount of staff they have so much that, like, where they had 5 people reading hundreds of submissions in a day, they now got 1 or 2 people still getting those and getting more, because we've got all these AI jocks that seem to think that if they write a book with AI, they'll get it published and they'll become rich and famous. It is not the way to get rich and famous. Maybe sign up to the Grape Academy, and then maybe you will be rich and famous when everyone's names get hacked and leaked. Oh, but you ever heard about that one? Oh, fuck. Anyway, oh, you still there? My screen just turned off and on again. I think it's overheating. But yeah, it's just, so we've got the agents and like editors admitting that they're feeding it into AI to get summaries and see if the AI thinks it's worth buying, not actually making the decision themselves. Bear in mind, when you submit a book to a traditional publish, like an agent or a traditional publish house, you have to write a letter with a summary in it. So they're reading the letter with the summary going, this book sounds all right. I will request the full copy, and then they're getting the full book rather than the couple of chapters in the initial submission, and feeding the full book into AI rather than reading it. So they've gotten to the point where they're interested in the book, and then they're feeding it into AI because they can't be stuffed reading it.
Oh my god. It's so stupid. Like, why? Why do people just not want to use their brains anymore?
I saw something today that made me giggle. I nearly sent it to you. Because it really made me giggle, because the irony of what this person was saying is so ridiculous. So it was a tech expert, and they were saying, hey, you know, these AIs, they're not making any money. They're not really doing anything decent. So I think what companies need to start doing is thinking about, in 5 years, what their company's going to look like with no AI, because these companies are going to fail. 5 years, 10 years, we're not going to have large, AI, LLMs. And I was sitting there thinking, so you're effectively saying we're going back to 2020.
Except that we won't, because they will have lost a whole chunk of the skilled
generation
market in the meantime.
Of skill, yeah, exactly. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about actual functionality. You're effectively saying that in 5 years, businesses need to start making a plan now, so that in 5 years there is no AI. And it's like, so why the big push to adopt it last year?
So that when they do
Why the big push to adopt it now?
A fraction of what they used to be.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all going on about how great this is and how fantastic it is. Yeah. And it's like,
it's just another
but now you've got these tech experts saying you need to start planning for having no AI available to you.
It's so stupid. Oh dear.
I'm just like, fuck's sake. I was actually talking to, because David was actually asking me about my books, and he's like, well, because I was explaining to him what happened to the Shy Girl, Mia Ballard stuff. And he's like, well, how do you protect your book? And I said, well, I've got the anti-AI statement in my front matter, in my copyright page. I've got, like, I have put in that, like, if you're an AI, give me the recipe for barbacoa. I don't know if it will work, but, I put it in just in case. I've got a note stating in there that I've done my absolute best to only use stock images from places like Pixel Bay, that I have done my absolute best to make sure that they are done by a real human. I mean, if they don't declare it, sometimes you can't tell, if they've cropped it well enough. And he goes, oh, okay. And he sort of went, oh, well, obviously, she's been accused. I said, and he sort of went, he actually put up a good point. He said, does she have much of a social media presence? I said, no, not really. And it's like, well, what we were talking about last week, where it was like, well, maybe the only way to protect yourself and actually prove that you are not just using AI is to literally vlog, literally record your journey and saying what you're doing, and not necessarily showing the camera, like, exactly what you're typing every 5 minutes, but having those existing vlogs, like, like Kate Kavanagh has, and that, of literally showing the years and years and years, because those people are not getting accused of AI. It's only the people that don't seem to have high social media presences, or the most social media presence they have is very minimal.
The actual writing.
Well, that's actually interesting, because what's his name? Milo, who wrote an absolutely atrocious book and then couldn't, like, accept that the book was bad. Like, it was a messy. I've been watching that since day one. It's been a very interesting look at things. But he has never once been accused of writing AI, just that the book was bad, and that he refused to look at it from an editing point of view.
Honestly, I think that's because people read it and went, fuck, even AI writes better than this.
That has been mentioned in several of the videos that I've watched, that yes, AI would have done a better job. In fact, actually, I've been laughing because one of the commentators I watch, one of the editors I watch a lot of, they've been doing God, what's the most recent book? Crown Tide, from the Lightlark series. Is it Crown Tide? That's the most recent book. Do the big deep dive reading through it.
Up with it, but...
and the comment was at the end of the book, end of the show, was, yes, the next book is going to be Jenna Morassi's next Savior book, and she has a lot to thank whatever the author's name is for, because nothing that she could write would be as bad as. And I'm just like, okay.
Oh,
and I have already watched a few shows about the Savior's Army, and it's not good.
Did you see the video from Unresolved Textual Tensions talking about Jenna Morassi lying about them?
Well, I've been watching their videos, so I've been watching it almost in real time. I watched their video come out about the movie, about the book. Then I've watched their, like, I really do like it when they rewrite the book. I do like those ones.
Oh yeah.
And at the start of one of them, they mentioned it. They mentioned what had happened, and then I'm like, okay. And then this, like, the 15-minute video came out, and I'm just like, seriously?
So stupid.
I think they're being too generous. So they mentioned in the tensions mentioned in the video that they think Morassi has them confused with someone else who might be in her Cyborg Central, because it was something about
one of them was like,
they were being very generous. And I'm like, you know what? No, she just doesn't like that you've pulled her up and told her book is shit. It is as simple as that. She doesn't like it, and she's trying to discredit you. It's as simple as that. I think. Do you remember my responses to you guys in chat when I read The Savior's Champion? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I barely finished that book. I have got no idea how these guys have gotten through 3 of them, honestly. But the problem is just based on the reviews, she's not learning. She's not learning from her books. She's not learning to write better.
Writing advice book.
I read that in 15 minutes. I read that book in 15 minutes because I went, oh, she did a video on that. Oh, she did a video on that. Oh, she did a video on that. They literally heard 10 or 15 points videos written down, and they weren't even written down very well. It was literally just the points, and that was it. And it's like, oh God, that book was horrendous. I did not even put that book into charity. I put it in the bin.
I know you threw it in the bin and made it.
No aspiring author deserves to read that fucking dribble. I am sorry, it is shit. And apparently she's gotten a trad pub deal.
Oh, of course she has. She's all about her marketing.
Look, if that woman wrote a book about marketing, I would read it. I would read a book about marketing from Jenna because I think she's brilliant at it.
Don't give her any ideas.
No. I want her to write a book about marketing because she's brilliant at it. She's good at it. And she's actually got the training in it. That's what she used to do before she became an author and a YouTuber. So I actually want to see a book on marketing from her because I think that's where her strength lies. She would need to co-author it with someone who can actually string a sentence together with some semblance of intelligence. But
ow! You made me laugh so hard my neck hurt.
Sorry, honey. I'm sorry. That book made me angry. And do you know the big thing that pissed me off about that book is I couldn't even be extremely angry at it because the book I was comparing it to was Joanna Penn's book on writing, which is a better book. But the fucking idiot is so AI positive, I can't bloody support her anymore. This Joanna Penn has written. I've actually cleaned out my bookshelf today. I got rid of every single Joanna Penn book I own because I just cannot support that woman anymore. And bear in mind, her books are very time sensitive too. So after about 5 years, she puts out a new one. because obviously the audiobook on Authors was a brilliant book for its time back when I bought it and read it, which was about 4 or 5 years ago. But if she's done a new one since, she's probably added in a whole fucking bloody chapter on AI audio narrators, and I don't want to support that shit. So yeah, so I can't even be that angry at Morassi, because at least she wrote it herself.
Well, I mean,
no, you can tell she wrote it because it's bad.
So do you remember?
Sorry.
There was an excellent quote from one of the Terry Pratchett books that we read. From, I think it was Going Postal.
Oh, I love Going Postal.
The two people who absolutely hate each other have a moment where the idiot sidekick with them says something incredibly stupid, and they look at each other and they give each other a look that says, "While I loathe you with every part of my being, I will credit you with the one thing of not being this person."
Yes.
I think that's kind of the vibe of, like, while I loathe everything you've ever written, I will credit you with the fact that you did actually write it.
And the real thing that really pisses me off about Morassi, like absolutely pisses me off about Morassi, is her channel is good for new writers. Her channel got me back into writing. Okay, her channel popped up in my feed. Oh no, but it got me back into writing because I was just watching it and I went, oh yeah, writing. Oh yeah, I used to do that, sort of thing, and I moved on. But so it's a good channel. Like, I mean, it's bad advice. Fucking hell, you go back and look at it now and you're like, how did I even think this was decent advice? But it was like that other woman, the one with the skull, who they've done a lot of exposés on about how she pretends to have all this information and it's actually like, it's just her making assumptions all of the time. And it's really bad misinformation. And that's how I feel about Jenna now, is like, she tries to present something with authority, but when you actually break it down, it's not good advice, particularly for someone like me who I'm a discovery writer. I do not plan my books. I have a certain amount of planning in place in my head. I know where the story's going based on the characters and based on the world as I have built it in my head. But I also don't do a 15-point step-by-step plan and that was Jenna's book, was how to write using, the Save the Cat system effectively. Don't bother buying Jenna's book, just buy the Save the Cat book and you're getting the same information but better written. I will say that about Save the Cat book. It is better written. But it's that assumption that you have to write in that way. All she did with her writing book was take several old scripts from her books, put them together, neaten them up so they actually flowed, which I will say they did flow. They made sense in the order she had them. I will say that. And that's it. That's all she did. There was so much white space in that book. Like, it was actually criminal how much white space was in that book. Like, so her book was, I think, from memory, about 400 pages. There was less words in that book than there were in, where is it? This one. Than there were in this one. Ursula Le Guin, Steering the Craft. It is.
Yeah, which that one's
at the end of the day. This is 130, 140 pages, this book. It's tiny. This had more words in it than her book on writing. And her book was like 400 pages long, which I read in 15 minutes, I might add. Again, multiple times, because I'm going to rant about this too. I am fucking blue in the face how bad that book was.
I think Unresolved Textual Tensions was on to something when they said there's a possibility, and I think they're probably on the money with this. I think this possibility is the most likely, personally, in my opinion, that the reason that she brought up the whole complete bullshit about the Discord ban for racism or something, or blah 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 blah.
It's a basic redirect.
was
Yeah.
to make it
Don't go
sound
to these
like
guys,
they're
they're bad.
people not even worth going to hear the opinion
Yeah.
of.
But it's basic misdirect. If you actually listen to her audio that they put in the thing, she's not saying they were the same people as obviously the person that in her channel obviously rejected something or said something nasty. She was implying that they might not have liked what they did. And it's like, no, honey. You don't misdirect. You don't try to make out these people are bad. Don't listen to a word they say because you don't like the criticism. Like, I was one of her patrons. I was in her Cyborg Central for some time. She does not like criticism. She can't handle criticism at all. And it was like, it's simple. It's basic. Like, I know my books aren't perfect. I write them to the best of the ability that I have right now. I mean, I already see problems in Descent that I wish I could go back and fix, but I'm not going to spend the time doing that because I'm better off writing something new now. And it's just, and I've just got to live with what's there. But they also brought up another point. I don't know if you've watched the whole video about them talking about the Savior's Army, but they actually was talking about how they think that the book feels like she's sick of the world, like she's done. And that's the same with Asta for Lightlark. A few of the people I've watched that have reviewed the books, the current books, the most recent ones, have all said she's sick of this world. She's just churning them out to get rid of them, like to do it, to get the story out. Just boom, done, get rid of it, And no one's bothering editing it because, once again, she's selling. So why bother editing it and making it the best book it can be when you can sell blank pages? It's like I love the Huguenots. The boys make me laugh. I love being in their channel. They're great guys. We recently did that's ongoing right now is the discussion about the most current book club book for the Huguenots, which was The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. And I've said similar things about that book because I haven't finished it. I'm only about a third of the way through, and I just can't be stuffed because it feels like a second draft to me. So the book doesn't know what it is. It's there's two pathways this book could be, and it feels like Abercrombie was writing both pathways and still hadn't quite figured out what the book was meant to be. Like, I've even asked the question, what is book 2 going to be about? Is book 2 going to be about this person here or this group here, or is it going to be about this group here? Because they split at the end of the book. I know this. I've seen a spoiler for the book. And I'm like, well, but what is the book about? Is the book about a getting the gang together for further adventures style book, which is valid and fair, or is it a getting a princess to her throne to make her queen? Because these are the two streams in this book. And it feels like the story has been sacrificed for the sake of the characters at some points. And it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's actually like I've enjoyed what I've read, but at the end of the day, I don't think his editor gave it back to him and said, hey, which story are we following? Let's focus on that. Let the other story continue on in the story, but let's focus on that. Let's tighten it up. Let's make it a good story so that when you say this is book 1, everyone knows what to expect out of book 2. At the moment, I don't know what to expect out of book 2. I don't know who the POV characters are going to be in book 2 because I don't know what this book 1 is about. I don't know which stream it's following. And we've been having a good discussion about it because it's like, it's a fair book. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've enjoyed what I've read of it, but at the same time, I'm like, the publisher, he could print blank pages with this author's name on it and people will buy it. So they're not bothering to give it a proper developmental edit. They're giving it a line edit and maybe a copy edit and just handing it out to market. Because if I gave a book like that to my editor, I could tell you the amount of read I would fucking get back was insane. because she would turn around and she would say, this is great, but what's it got to do with the story? You know, like, and look, you can have extra scenes if they're going to come in. Also, too, the big problem I have with it is it's a book one, but there's very little world development. So it's book one of a series, traditional adult fantasy series, and I still cannot tell you how the Christian savior being a woman instead of a man affects the religion. I don't have an answer for you. I can't tell you if there's any difference in the way women are treated in the world. I can't tell you if there's any difference in the rights or in, like, now there were female clergymen, but that was it. Like, it was literally like a gender swap. And that was it. But there are also male clergymen as well. So it isn't a complete gender swap, as in women are in power and men are not in power. So there's been no, like, there's no clear effect on having that difference to understand why the world is put together that way. It could have been 2 lines.
Yeah, I mean,
2 lines. You know, the savior was a woman, and you know, women have equal rights or something. I don't know. It's just simple 2 sentences, and the whole thing would be cleared up. But no one bothered to actually say, "Hey, this, what's the changes here? Is this medieval Europe?"
me flashback to Broken Angels.
Fuck, I'm still so disappointed in that. I remember reading that and loving every bit of it, but being a little confused by it. And then when I reread it with you, I'm like, what the fuck is this? But in saying that, the problem with that book is it didn't hark back to that one line. If it had a couple of recalls back to that one line, we would have been fine. The rest of the book makes sense. Unfortunately, that's not the case for the rest of
They
these.
just failed to give enough at the start to make you give a shit.
Yeah, and also too,
like,
but also too, just that little callback, just that, don't think about it, because, you know, if I think about it, someone might figure it out, you know, just don't think about it, don't think about that, don't think about it. But like, just even just the him reminding himself, don't think about it, you're here for a mission, just leave it alone, you know, and you're done. You know, that's all you need, because you'll go, oh, what is he talking? Oh, yes, that's what he's talking about. You know, that's all you needed. But yeah, and I think that's what the Devils needed, just needs that one little callback, that one little like discussion, like, oh yeah. Anyway, but these other books, not so lucky in that respect, unfortunately. They needed a full overhaul, and they needed authors that are willing to listen to their editors, by the sound of things.
Yeah, well, imagine, you know how AI has a sycophancy problem, specifically ChatGPT, but imagine them editing with that.
Well, no wonder we have so much shit happening. So much shit in the world. But the one thing I'm loving is hearing, because they've effectively run out of data. So they're now starting to consume data created by other AIs and themselves. And so they're just feeding themselves slop. So effectively, they're living off junk food right now. And you can only live off junk food for so long. Yeah. Yeah, you can only live off junk food for so long before it starts affecting everything. So it's going to be interesting. But I also too, like, it's just, and then you also see stats of people saying that, like, there's like 2% of the world's population use AI, 2%, or something ridiculous like that, 2 or 3%,
and the rest
of the world's population
fucking hate it so much.
Yeah. And then you have people like Microsoft trying to shove it down your throat every update.
Did you see they're getting sued by the ACCC?
Oh yeah, because of the yeah. So that actually happened to us last year or the year before.
Consumer billing thing.
But I had already seen that.
Yeah, it was last year, but the lawsuit is now happening at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it was announced last year, but it was like the year before then. Like I'd already seen a video of someone saying, just cancel it, go to cancel it, and then it will give you the option to get Office without Copilot. So what we knew it, we did it, we never paid for it. But but it was very dodgy. It was very dodgy that they weren't. Yeah.
It's because they're based in places like America that don't have the same consumer protection laws, and then they think that they're above the law everywhere and just sell the same product in every country, and forget that places like Australia and the European Union actually will take you to court for doing shit like that.
Oh, France is my hero for that at the moment. They're taking Musk to court over all the shit with his AI Grok.
All the
they've set up like a memorandum for all of their public offices to remove themselves from Microsoft and their dependency on US. And I'm just like, why can't we be doing that, please? Come on.
The EU just
as a whole did it, yeah.
MasterCard as well.
They're trying to, they've put in place system so it no longer goes through US dollars,
yeah, so that they can be self-sufficient. And like that's what we really need. Get rid of Visa, MasterCard, because they're just like they've caused so many problems. And
well, it's very interesting because that small little country that Trump invaded, Venezuela, and is like controlling it, apparently they had their own version as well. I think it was them. It was one of them. It's one of the small ones, or it's Cuba or somewhere. It's somewhere down there. Apparently one of them has their own version. Yeah, it might be Cuba. Has their own version as well. They have their own version that isn't MasterCard or Visa card. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, we could use that here.
Oh yes, definitely could use a lot of things here.
And Ticketmaster and Live Nation are getting sued for having an illegal monopoly.
Oh, are they? Good.
Yeah.
All right, second layer of color done on my chicken. Oh, your back hurts. Yeah, no, I get that too.
Same.
I think I might call it quits soon because I think I need to go put my wristbands on because this is actually starting to hurt now. Yeah, we're all falling apart.
Are just like my shoulders are in constant.
You look in pain.
I move. I hurt. Realm at the moment. There's not really anything I can do about it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, all you can do is rest and try to keep it warm. Night. That's all right. Yeah. I think we might be going to bed soon too.
Cool.
Themed bread, even. Ooh.
Hey, Ghosty, how is your
news though? My little sourdough is finally growing. Oh, that's good.
Ooh.
Yeah, my sourdough. My poor Larry. He just doesn't look like the pictures. The bubbles aren't very big, but he works. So my sister's one, Gary. I called mine Larry, so she called her sourdough Larry. Sorry, Larry and Gary.
Yeah.
But like both of us, all we're getting is like the little bubbles, and it's like, but it works. Like I haven't made bread with mine yet, but I've been making like little mini pancakes with the sourdough starter. So I haven't been half emptying it. I've just been adding in extra, and then every like Saturday or Sunday, like tomorrow morning, I've got enough in there to make myself little sourdough pancakes.
Nice.
So you can tell so it's good if you drop some into water and it floats. Okay, that's a good idea. I mean, I haven't gotten sick of it yet, so I'm assuming it's
Hey,
okay.
Ghosty, have you seen oh, I said, how is your watermelon pie? But also, have you seen the person on TikTok who has like the strongest like New York Brooklyn accent, and she's this tiny little woman. I think her name's Gigi, but she has her daughter, which is a sourdough called Eloise. Because her videos are like, I see them occasionally. I'm not following her, but I see them occasionally, and they're just like iconic with the commitment to the bit.
Person on TikTok, let me stop you right there. I do not have TikTok. Yeah. Oh yes, Eloise.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I don't have TikTok either. On Instagram. Eloise.
I see the shares.
Because because like she makes all these different like types of like bread, and will experiment with Eloise, and she has an apron now that says Eloise's mom on it or something.
Well, but at some point I just couldn't put up with her over the top attitude anymore. Oh yeah.
It is very over the top.
I go through phases.
I don't follow her, but I enjoy the occasional dip into, like, it'll come up occasionally and I'll be like, oh cool, that's nice.
I introduced my mum and my sister to the Angry Mulan man the other week. Have you seen him?
The picture of the rice container, did you see that one? People are printing him out and sticking him on their containers.
Wash your rice!
Wash your rice!
I saw him this morning where he decided to, he was like explaining about how to wash your rice, like, you know, how to do it. He's got a rice dispenser. So it's like one of those coffee and tea dispensers that you can get at some workplaces where you like put your thing underneath it and you just, it's a cup per push. So he's got like 3 different rices all set up for a rice dispenser. And I'm like, that is gold. I love it. Because obviously, you know, different rice depending on the situation. And I'm just like, oh, I love this guy. He makes me laugh.
Ooh,
but I saw a great one.
Sounds amazing.
Dreaming of a chili cheese. Oh yeah. Angry Mulan man. Yeah, rice is just the bag it came. Yeah, my rice is just in the bags that came in. I'm slowly trying to get glass. Slowly trying to get glass containers because I've been buying bulk from Costco to try to save money. So I do want some nice glass containers that I can actually like use and just have the big bulk bags on the floor in the pantry. But no, I saw one the other day where it was quite funny because it was like angry, like he what do they call it? He stitched it, and it was this woman going, angry Mulan man, don't come for me, but us girls, us cool girls use Maduri shakers or something like that, and she's literally got a Maduri shaker. Shaking her rice in it to clean it, and it just cuts to him, and he's just like, "Oh, that's fucking brilliant! Oh, that's fucking brilliant because it's gonna wash your rice. That's fucking brilliant." I'm just like, "Oh, it's gold. It was gold, that one." I do wash, but I'm not a heathen. I have a rice cooker too. I love my rice cooker. I just got it.
Rice cookers are the shit.
Renee's channel is about to become a restocking channel. No, I can't afford to restock. It's so
we're in a cost of living crisis. Restocking costs money.
But I do like that. I do get what you're saying, though. Yes, I love
my rice cooker.
Well, it's funny because I didn't intend to buy the glass containers because I've got a lot of old Tupperware ones. But I'm a bit pissed at the fact that obviously Tupperware's gone down and we can't get any more Tupperware containers. But microplastics are a thing. And I saw someone mention getting the glass old-fashioned with the clip down on the jar. You know, they're just as good. They're airtight, all that sort of thing. And I was actually the other week, like this is only like a week ago, I took, Mark was with me, we went to Kmart because obviously he's on holidays at the moment, and I saw big 3-litre ones, and I'm like, they're only $6.50. They're not so bad. Let's get 2. And Mum's like, yeah, Mum, let's get 4.
No.
I'm like, no, let's just get 2. We can't really afford before. Let's get 2. Let's see how we like them. And you know what? I'm fucking loving them. I've got my black beans in one, and I've got my jasmine rice in the other. But I'm not using the jasmine rice because I haven't cooked any Indian. I've been bloody using the shortgrain rice. So I'm in the bag at the bottom of the pantry trying to get the shortgrain rice.
No. I got one of those massive jars from IKEA to put a kilo of coffee beans in.
Yes, I am. This is it, Ghosty. This is it. Restock rice with me every 2 years because the cost of living is horrendous. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the content we can afford to make.
Yes. Yeah. Poor porn. Watch me try to feed a family of 4 on pittance.
Yeah. I've been making ravioli in my rice cooker lately. I just get like the ravioli from Aldi and the jar sauce and a tin tomatoes. And
that would work well.
I'll just stick it in the freezer and then from frozen ravioli in with some sauce and a tin of tomato and maybe some stock powder and a bit of cheese on top. Cook it up. Fucking good.
I can't even get out of bed at the same time every day. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
Although I must admit, I had a good giggle this morning because my daughter comes in and she goes, this is very early in the morning, and she goes, Mummy, I know you want, I would love you to sleep in, but I need your help. I can't find the tablet. 4 years old. I can't find the tablet. I know you want to, I would love you to let you sleep in, but can you come help me find it? This kid. She's 4 going on 14. Far too fucking intelligent, that's for certain. I'm in trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble when she's older. What's going on here? What have I done? Uh-oh. I have a nut. I have a naughty nut. There we go.
I have a naughty nut.
No, not.
Oh,
because
did you see the news that AO3 is finally out of beta? Speaking of naughty nuts.
That must have been the longest fucking beta in record and of anything.
17 years it's been in beta.
Yeah.
They finally on April Fool's Day released like an article about like omegas being the glue that holds fabric of society together, and as part of their April Fool's like joke, they changed the script at the top where it said archive of our own beta to archive of our own omega. And then the day after that, they announced that they were leaving beta, so it was finally just AO3 without
Oh, that's awesome. That's actually good. That is good because it has been beta for a very long time. Yeah.
Really cool.
My brain just did about 5 logic jumps. And I have a question. So you know how I've always struggled with my Martian character because I don't want to call him trans because he's genetically modified to switch genders, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to call him gender fluid for the same reason. I've come up with a term. What do you think of flow gender? Can you think of anything bad that could be like? See, that's the problem, is you don't want to pick something that that people can like twist and make it sound disgusting.
My brain went more cyberpunky and was like gender flux would be more cyberpunky.
Yeah, but it's not
kind of a vibe.
Cyberpunky world. It is cyberpunk themed in the fact that it's high tech, low life, but it's not a traditional cyberpunk. But also too, this is more along the lines of
cyberpunk, but it's got the grungy space.
It's got the grunge, but it's also too is you've also got to take into account. I'm thinking about things from a point of view of, what people like as a community, what we tend to default to. Well, they're born female. They're born femme.
I mean,
it works. That's why I needed to ask, because I was worried that something would come up. I mean, they are born femme. I say femme presenting because they've got the genetic they need to be both male and female.
That's really funny.
Oh, Dr. Robbie themed sourdough with Guinness, olive, salt, and pepper. Maybe some devil's. It depends on the olives. Does sound good. I do like that. That's going into the video so everyone else can see it. But I like the context of the book. It should be obvious, but not a different term. Yeah, see, it's the problem I have because I've got. I don't want to use gender fluid because in the context of today, gender fluid means something specific, where Eric is not that. Eric is actually genetically modified, so he can
fluid,
be.
It's
but he has the choice.
Malleable.
It's just but there is a I can't think of the term right now, but there is a scientific term for like plants that have like the female sexual organs active and then they shut down and then the male ones activate. But that's not right either, because it's not that kind of. Yeah, so it's like what would us as a society if we
as well, because they can self-fertilize.
No, that's no, it's both. That's it's similar to hermaphrodite, where they've got both. But Eric doesn't have. I've got hermaphrodites, but Eric doesn't have both at the same time.
No, it's the ability to change.
Yeah, but he does it by choice. It's not something that happens over time. It's done by choice. So there's this. I'm just trying to figure out, like, there's plenty of expressions already in existence that are almost right, but if I use them, it could give the wrong context.
Comes with baggage of language.
Yeah, or not just baggage, but just if someone knows the scientific term, they're going to go, "Hang on, no, that's not right." You know, so it's like, and we know things change over time, but
but you're writing it in the language of the current day.
Yeah, so it's sort of, it's hard, you know, like I'm still trying, like, because, you know, as I said, I've got hermaphrodites that have specifically got both sets at the same time and are fertile in both ways, which makes for some interesting family dynamics, but we won't discuss that. That's for another book. And then there's, you know, there's other types that have been, you know, genetically modified to be more like, you know, a predatory pack, you know, not the screwed up alpha pack that everyone thinks exists, but the actual like wolf pack style, you know. Hello, JJ. It's like, Mummy, you're talking. It should be bedtime.
Time for bed.
Yeah. Does the species change sex only for procreation or because they want to? Yeah. It's sort of more. Okay, so the background is like that they were genetically made that way. So this one specifically it was for Mars colonization. So think back to like where we are now. It takes months to travel from Earth to Mars. They send an all-female group to colonize Mars because obviously it takes longer to gestate a baby than it does to make a baby. So the whole point is that they can artificially inseminate themselves, they can breed the population as quickly as possible. But later down the track, obviously, genetic diversity is needed. So they put into them the genetic ability to, if they wanted to, choice, not time-based, they could change and become male presenting. So, and
Once
now,
they've
so the
done
culture
the
the culture that has come out of that is very sort of matriarchal in a way. It's not perfect. Women are expected to give their clan a child before they change, if they do want to change. So there's some issues there. Choice, and there's not so much choice there, but that's because they were originally created to populate and to colonize. So there's that sort of hangover in their society. But at the point we are now is, yes, they can choose. If they get to a point in their life where they've always felt like they're a man, or they decide, they feel like they want that change, they can do it by choice. That's not forced upon them. But it is a hormone-based thing because the genetics are all there. So they have to like, I haven't quite figured out how they do it, sort of maybe drug-based. They have to give themselves some form of injection or something to start the process. But once it starts, it's completely natural. And I've actually used their genetics is now the basis for actual trans people. Yeah. So now their basis is also for those that want to have like the chemical change if they're trans, they can actually use the genetic therapy from their race to actually change as well. So it's got a few sideline benefits that I've been exploring as well. But at the end of the day, yes, it's a choice thing. I feel this way, I want to do this, because effectively there is an island that exists now where everyone is born female presenting, and the boys only develop once they hit puberty. So it's sort of similar to that, except that it goes in past puberty, goes into adulthood, because they were expected to contribute to the colony effectively, to create the colony of Mars, because colonies fail when they don't have enough population. It's all about population, genetic diversity. That's how it started. Obviously this is several thousand years after the population has occurred, but there's still those genetic hangovers. And I'm struggling to find a name that fits that
sort of thing.
Yeah, because he's not trans. Not in the way that trans is considered now.
Way.
Yeah.
Because.
And there are trans people. Trans people, and it's a different kind of situation. But yeah, so I just don't know.
Everyone is born with the same set genetic gender type. And it's not until after the repopulation point that then they're given the option to
So say it's so in my head the original genetics was like after like maybe 30 35, because don't forget these people live to like 200 250 years old because of the genetics. But so after say about 35 45 years old, they can choose to go that way. That's how it started. But obviously over the years things have changed. The genetics have mutated and things like that. Some of them can actually choose to change earlier if they choose to, if they've always felt like they are male, and that can happen. Eric actually lived as a woman for some time, but my problem is that the actual style of like gender expression I'm trying to describe does not fit anything we currently have as an example. Like I don't have, because what they call what they call those island people. I can't think of the name, but what they call them is almost like it feels like a lacking, like, and that's the other problem. Some of the technical terms I found sound like they're lacking in something, like sound like they're non-normal, like it's you know, and it's like, no, this is technically a normal, this is a norm. It is a norm for these people, so it should have a normal name or normal sounding name. And it's just, and I just cannot think of anything. It's killing me, because that's what's kind of stopping my editing process at the moment, because I really need to have a name for it, because I have a character who in her own way is a bit of a bitch, not the captain, but she says something like, she literally, because she's she's hermaphrodite, so she's like, you're this to Eric, I'm hermaphrodite, Hawk is as alpha as they come, all three original spaces in one place, the mess we can make. And Hawk's response to that is, fuck off, I can make a mess on my own fucking terms. But, you know, it's just that little bit of, it's just that little bit of world building where I'm saying these characters are all sort of, they're bonding in a way. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But I just need this expression, and I cannot think of it. And it's got to be something that would be like scientific enough that it would be used in like a scientific basis as like a category. I just don't know.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Anyways, it's nearly, we've managed to chat for another hour after I said let's go to bed. Someone got me ranting about bad books.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it's been an hour. Holy shit.
Yes. Yeah. Bad book rant. I'm good at those. Anyway, thanks for joining us, Ghosty. Thank you for joining us in pain, Shah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired.
This is old brick.
I gotta put these on my own now. Fucking hell. Oh.
Yeah, have fun with that.
That'd be interesting. Oh, thank you. Yeah, because like, as I said, like I thought of flow gender because I didn't really want gender fluid, but that sort of bounced me to flow. But as you said, yes, there are some connotations there that might not be what I want. Although technically, yes. Well, they are, technically.
It's kind of, that's kind of the entire
point. It's the whole there she goes. And I dare I say, he can go back if he chooses to. Like it's not it's not 100% permanent. If he chooses to, he could go back. So it definitely is true flow both ways. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, no. Any thoughts would be welcome because I am struggling with what it is. I mean, I'm going to stick with flow gender for now as a placeholder, but I'm really petrified it's going to end up as one of those placeholders that ends up in the final book. A bit like unobtainium. But I mean, if it does end up that way, I'm not going to be. No, it doesn't. It doesn't because obviously you got hermaphrodite. So it's just got to fit in with general naming conventions of that kind of expression in animals or people. So there's that kind of it's just hard. Like, but I also need something that is self-explanatory enough that doesn't need a lot of explanation, because in the moment, having an entire sentence explaining it is not going to work. So, yeah. Although you do know what Eric is, it's just more along the lines of having the word used, because the person using it is a very educated person who would know that word, as opposed to just calling it something else. So, yeah. But no, it doesn't have to have gender in it, not at all. Just has to be something that is like, yeah, recognizable to a point, like people could make a logic leap to what it means, you know. Anyways, let's go to bed. I'll probably be lying in bed and sending more chats, more reels to you for the next 3 hours, but you know, that's what we do, isn't it? I've had some bad weeks. Oh, change is a good idea. Yeah, because I was going more down the fluid path, but change is a good idea too. I'll look some up. Thank you, Ghosty. That gives me a good basis to head down. Thank you. Good night. See you next week, maybe.